Hey y'all, welcome back to Blue Dog Ventures. Today we're taking our backyard potato harvest from dirt to delicious. I'm talking homemade french fries, cut, blanched, and frozen, ready for the skillet or oven whenever that craving hits. It's simple, it's satisfying, and we're walking you through every step. Let's get started.
And we're going to show you how to put up and store french fries. We don't normally do this a whole lot because we have a storage building and a dry spot to keep them so they'll stay for a while. But if you don't have a spot to keep your potatoes and you harvest them and you want to put up some french fries, we're going to show you how to do it. Later on during the year, in a couple months, maybe if we see where they're trying to go bad, we'll go ahead and make french fries out of what we want french fries and put them up. But until then, we're going to keep them stored and eat them like that. Well, first thing we do is get the bigger potatoes that you want to make french fries with. So we pick some of the bigger ones out. We don't normally let ours get very huge because we like the smaller boiling potatoes. That's some good country food right there. Old butter and salt and throw it in a pot of boiling water and let it boil for a little bit. That's it. You just sit there and make a meal out of it. But we're gonna do some french fries with some of these bigger ones. We harvested them and we cured them. They've been curing for about a little over 2 weeks now. So they're good to go now for the long haul. But we're gonna go ahead and take some of these bigger ones and make some french fries. We're just gonna pick us out a handful, a couple of them, and clean them up. That's another thing too. When you store them, you got potatoes. You don't have to. You're not supposed to clean them. Don't wet them at all. As you can see, they still got the dirt on them when we dug them up a couple weeks ago. It's very easy too. It's not a big. I mean, it's probably easier in the house, but it's such a beautiful day out here today. We decided to do it out here. First thing you do is clean them off. You'll have little divots in there. You can get in there and clean them out. All right, we got our taters washed off and got them cleaned up. Any kind of little blemishes in them, like see, like this one, here's a little crack there where it busted. You cut all that stuff out. But I'm gonna cut them two different ways. Some people like the traditional shoestring long fries, and some people like them cut in circles. My daddy, he always liked his cut in round in circles, and I like mine that way too, kind of like a potato chip. But we're gonna start like it. Some people like to peel them. We like our peels. A little more nutrition in there, I reckon. Don't take that. I don't know for sure, but if you got a frac cutter, it make it a lot easier. But we ain't got one. We always use a knife. When we was little, Mama always cut potatoes. She'd peel them, but she fried the peels separate. My sister and my daddy, well, I like them too, but my sister, oldest sister, and my dad, they loved the potato peels. You have to check out this check out one of these cutting boards, or go to the website and check them out. The Virginia boys, they was kind enough to send us one of their cutting boards to try it out, and we like it. And like it's your preference, how thick you want them. I don't know. I don't want to do them like wedges. We kind of like ours thin and crispy, so half inch, quarter inch, half inch, 3/8 inch. And I got a cold bath sitting over here. We're gonna let them soak for about 30 minutes. You can do it, the longer you let them soak, the better it is. It gets the starches out of them. You'll see after we let them soak for about 30 minutes and stir the water around, it'll be cloudy. It'll get that starch out of it and help them freeze better, and they'll put up a lot better. I don't got the knife skills that Mama behind the camera there got. She's a samurai warrior with that dang knife, with a knife. That's why I don't talk back to her. You can see the water right now started trying to turn a little bit. That's that thick stickiness you get from potatoes, the starch in them. You can do potato wedges. Mama likes them too. we don't eat a lot of fries. Most of the time we eat them is when we cooking fish, which we do that quite a bit. And you have to check out that, dude. We do a lot of fishing, a lot of catfish fishing. We set lines in the lakes and the rivers, catch catfish, cook them all different types of ways. We got a bunch of recipes on there. Whatever we do, we try to share it with y'all, no matter what it is. So if we can share something that'll help somebody else out and they can run it on down the line, teach their kids or grandkids in a couple of years, that'll be something to be proud of. And hopefully that's what we're doing. Sharing something that's helping somebody else. We don't need McDonald's. We got our own fries. I'm gonna keep on cutting on these for a few minutes, but I'll go ahead and I'll get this one. And cut this one into potato chip fries. I'm cutting them a little thicker. You see that one's got a little bad spot. Cut them a little thicker. You don't want to cut them too thin because when you go blanching them, they'll cook too fast and or cook. You don't want to cook them, you want to blanch them. And that's going to be our next step. But I'm going to keep on cutting these taters up here and let these soak in this cool water and rinse them off, and we'll get ready to show you the next steps. All right, we're back. It's been about 35 minutes or so, and our potatoes been soaking in some cool water. And if you can see the color, the water's got a little dirty brownish color tint to it. And you can see the starch on this cutting board where I cut the potatoes. That's starch coming out of the potatoes. The longer you let them soak, the better it is. But like I mentioned earlier, we put ours up in dry storage so we don't have to make a whole lot of French fries. Just kind of want to show y'all how we do it and when we do. We're fixing to drain these now. And over here, I got a pot of boiling water. We're gonna blanch them. Give them a little quick hit in some hot water for a few minutes. We're gonna let them go for about 2.5-3 minutes. Probably gonna let these go about 2.5 minutes because they're not very thick. But I'm fixing to drain the old water off of them, the cool water off of them. See the starch in the bottom of the going straight into the boiling water. I'm gonna crank this up a little bit and start our timer. All right, we had them in there for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It killed our boil down a little bit, but we got some ice water here. We're gonna stop the cooking process. Take them straight from here. And put them in an ice bath. You can see the starch in that water, but you don't want to cook them. You just want to get them blanched up. You don't want them mushy. You want them to freeze up. When you fry them, they're good and crispy and not mushy. These cut potatoes right here make great scallop potatoes in the oven. Cheese. While those are soaking, before we drain them, next step is we got to flash freeze them. We're going to take some parchment paper and lay out on a cookie sheet. We got a deep freezer around there on the porch. We're gonna go around there and stick them in that deep freezer until they're froze. But another important thing is when you lay them out, they need to be dry. So we're gonna take a cloth and dry them off a little bit. And don't let them touch. Space them out where they're not touching, because if you do, they're gonna stick together and clump up. You can't just pour them out on the cookie sheet wet and leave them, or they're gonna clump up. And you want it when you freeze them and you store them, and then you take them back out of the freezer. They just like you get at the grocery store. When you open the bag up, you reach in there and grab your handful of French fries and throw them in there. These are cooled down a little bit, pretty good. This will keep them from turning brown too. They won't turn brown if you blanch them. You can't just cut them up and freeze them and not blanch them. They'll turn brown on you. I don't know if you've ever cut a potato, cutting French fries, and walked away for, you don't take about 10 minutes after you cut them up and walk away. If you don't put them in some water, they'll turn brown. We got some pesky flies out here with us hanging out. We're just gonna start laying them out. I think we're cooking some burgers in a little while. These will probably be frozen by the time it's time for burgers this afternoon. We may fry a couple of them and show you how they turned out. And the good thing is, when you fry them, get them out of the freezer, you ain't got to thaw them out or anything like that. Do them just like you do at the grocery store. Take them out of the freezer, throw them straight in some 350-degree grease. These will make some dang good chili cheese fries. They still got a little bit of bite to them. They're not all soft and mushy. I'm gonna cut that bad spot out of there. That's there. They're still firm. Get the first layer down. Stick you another piece of parchment paper on there and repeat the process. What she was saying in the background there is wanting to know how many potatoes that we started out cutting up, and I didn't remember. I had to look back at the video and see how many we had laid out there, but it was 6 or 7, I'm not sure. And she was saying how many French fries it made just out of them few potatoes. How much money you'd save at the grocery store. Yeah, like I had a friend of mine, he planted some potatoes. Talking to him the other day, and he said he got a 5-gallon bucket out of just, of course he let his grow a lot bigger than I do normally let mine grow, but he got a 5-gallon bucket of potatoes out of 3 or 4 heels. So you can imagine how many potatoes, how many bags of French fries that is. Plus, we knew where these come from. They come from right yonder. I don't know if you saw any in the clip behind us. We got a bunch of tomatoes. We always plant about too many tomatoes, but I think we got about 100 heels of tomatoes this year, at least. But we plant because we love to give away, and we do a lot of stewed tomatoes. We do a lot of chili, a lot of spaghetti, and you can't beat no good old rice and tomatoes. I also do tomato gravy, and that is some good stuff. You have to check it out. And I don't know if we got a playlist or on a recipe. Some homemade biscuits and pour that over the top of them and some rice. I guarantee you'll go to sleep early. You'll go to sleep right after you eat. Because you can't just stop with one biscuit and gravy. You got to keep on going. No potato left behind. They come from the dirt. That'll be all right. All right. Next step, final step. Well, not the final step, but next step. We going up here to the porch. Yeah, we finna get it again. I'll give y'all a sneak peek. This the best way there he is to store peas right here. Some of these peas have been in here for 2 or 3 years. You can take them out, get you a cup full of them out, and they'll taste just like you just picked them.
They fresh from being shelled too. You don't wash them or anything. Just put them in 100% cotton.
Silicate.
Pillowcase, yep.
You can get all kind of surprises in here. Look at there, some old gar, catfish. Go check out those videos. We catch and cook and clean gar. Jalapeno poppers. We're gonna share that with y'all this year too. Vacuum. Go ahead and make them up, vacuum seal them. Just take them. Takes about 5 minutes and some warm water to thaw out. Pop them in a air fryer or put them on the grill. But we're gonna let them sit in here until they freeze, and we'll show y'all the next step. Stay tuned. All right, guys. It's been about 2.5, 3 hours. We done checked them. They're good and hard, ready to go. Finna take them out. We got some grease out there right now. As a matter of fact, getting hot. We're gonna cook a couple of them tonight. But if you look, I put them a little closer, but you can see how that freezing them shrunk them up a little bit. But they're not brown, no black, purple look color to them. They're just like a fresh potato. We'll fit and take them out of the house and show you how we store them. The key is to make sure you go ahead and put them up while they're cold. I mean, yeah, cold, froze. So we're gonna cook some tonight. If you got a vacuum sealer, that's one way to do it. I'm gonna vacuum seal some of these right here because we're gonna cook these. But us, we never know. You never know how many people we're gonna have over. They could be just me and Mama there, or they could be 10 people over here. So we generally like to put them in gallon freezer bags, write the date on them, and just fill it up. That way you can take them out how many you need. If you don't need but a handful or two, if it's just me and Mama, or if you need the whole bag, you got the whole bag. If you vacuum seal too many, then you may have too many, and you could put them in a bag or re-vacuum seal them, but it's just easier for us to do that way. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in this bag right here. What's the date? Got our date right on there. You hear that sound like Q's ass. You see they sticking just a little bit, but the longer you let them soak in cold water, that starch will keep them from sticking as much. All right, guys, we got us a gallon bag. We're fitting to go out and try them out and throw them in some hot grease. We got them up, put them in the bag. Like I said, that's our preferred method, just in case you never know what kind of company you're gonna have. But these, because I'm not sure if we're gonna fry them or we're gonna bake them in some onions or make some, what we're gonna do with them. take these and put them in a pan, flat sheet pan, and throw a little butter and garlic and onion, throw them in the oven, wrap them up in tin foil. Recipe's endless. Keep them separated a little bit, that way they'll thaw a lot quicker. Go ahead and write the date on them. All right, they're ready to go. That's a meal for probably 4 people, 3 or 4 people. Do scalloped potatoes. The recipes are endless, and we're gonna probably share some recipes with y'all. And we got us about a gallon bag of French fries. We're fit to go fry some of them now. Y'all stay tuned, and we'll show you what they look like and what they taste like. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, we got some burgers on the grill, and we got some fries that come out the garden. If you follow us and watched our videos, you'll see us plant them, harvest them, cure them, and how to put them up. Hopefully you watched us. If not, go back and check out our other videos. These are froze, come straight out the freezer, straight into this hot grease. We've got it about 350, 360. We're gonna let them cook till we get to what we like. Some people like them a little crispy, some people like them a little flimsy. We like ours crispy, so we're gonna let these run for a few minutes and give you a little quick taste test. Hope y'all enjoy. All right, we got our gas turned off. And like I said, different people like their fries done different. We like ours with a little crisp to them, on a verge of tater chip. That dang sure looking good, I know that. They're smelling better than they look. We got us a fryer, but we fried fish last weekend for Mother's Day at Mama's house, the one holding camera's mother, Grandma's house, last weekend, and didn't bring our fryer home, so. And ain't but a couple of us eating that. And that's the result. You can't say that ain't good looking. Gonna throw us a little salt on there. Give them a shake. A little bit more. Another shake. And we're fitting to go in the house and try them out and eat just a burger. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys. We got them up, got them in the house. We got us some burgers made, fixing to eat. Mama's about to starve to death, so we're gonna try them out. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted. There's some damn good fries. Dang good fries. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. A little quick sneak peek right here. You gotta check out that video. What you can do with your extra zucchini you got in your garden, overgrown zucchini, that's good too. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all like, subscribe, leave us a comment. How you do your fries. If you do them another way, put them up a different way. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks, guys.